The government workers are constantly being told by their unions that they're underpaid. They're always being told you could make more money outside, and so many of them don't realize how much more generous their benefit package is.
In spite of all the drama ignited by Governor Walker's changes. For instance, new research shows that the average Wisconsin state worker receives total compensation, including benefits, of about $81,600 a year versus about $67,000 for private sector workers with similar skills and experience, a difference of more than $14,500. Before the governor's action, state employees were getting about 28% more in salary plus benefits than comparable private sector workers. After the governor's actions, they still receive 22% more. Health benefits are more than twice as valuable as what private sector workers get, and they get guaranteed pension benefits more than 4.5 times as valuable. Listen.
If a private sector worker with a 401k wanted to generate the same guaranteed benefit retirement, he would have to save somewhere around 30% of his salary in a 401k to do it.
Now, supporters of the recall still object to the governor stopping automatic withdrawal of union dues from paychecks, though workers can contribute on their own. A former president sees unions as the key issue.
I can just hear it now, Wednesday. All those people that poured all this money into Wisconsin, if you don't show up and vote, will say, see, we got them now. We're finally going to break every union in America. We're going to break every government in America. We're going to stop worrying about the middle class. We don't give a rip whether poor people get to work their way into it. We got our way now. We got it all.
Now, of course, no one wants to give up anything without a fight. But in this case, Jenna, public employees are counting on taxpayers to pay for more generous benefits than the taxpayers themselves.
From 10 years ago, they were $73 million to $245 million today. Now he wants voters to overrule that. Stuart Varney, host of Varney and Company, join us live right now. Stuart, when you look at the graph like that, it makes it pretty simple.
Yep.
You cannot spend so much more than you take in.
You want to be generous, but you can't afford to be as generous as San Jose and many other cities and states around the country want to be. I'll give you another number. In San Jose, the average pension for retired cops and firefighters is $95,300 a year. That is the average pension.
$95,000.
$95,300 plus medical care, plus a cash out when they retire for the unused sick and vacation pay. One cop walked with a check for $264,000.
Right.
Now, obviously, you can't afford that. And tomorrow, the voters of San Jose have the chance to roll back the benefits for existing retirees. That would be a first. Not exactly a first, but one of the more unusual moves to combat this problem all around the country.
So if the average of the benefits is close to $96,000, they're going to reduce that number? I always thought that a deal was a deal.
That's right. It's locked in place by contract. But what the voters have the power to do in San Jose is to stop cost of living allowances.
Oh, okay.
So that would be reductions in the future. I don't think you can cut that $95,300 you've already agreed to pay. Look, all over the country, the same thing is happening. You are laying off younger workers to pay older retired workers. Now, that's a very unpopular trend because it's reached crisis proportions. And it could be that tomorrow's vote in San Jose sets a pattern for the country. We stop laying off younger workers to pay very generous pensions to retirees.
So tomorrow really is kind of an inflection point. You've got what's going on in San Jose, then you've got what's going on in Wisconsin. I think people finally are realizing, you know, I never really knew what was going on down at City Hall. Now I do, and we can't afford that.
It's San Jose, Wisconsin, same story. The power of municipal unions and the generosity of pension payments. What are we going to do in the future? Those two votes will be very indicative of the rest of the country after those votes.
Absolutely. And we'll